Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the end of year book tag. This tag was created by Ariel Bissett, and it's basically just a list of questions to reflect on your end of year reading plans. So the first question is, are there any books you started this year and need to finish? You'd think I would have prepared for this tag. I do the tag almost every year, but it's very rare that I start a book and just put it down with the intention of picking it up later. Usually I will finish it. The majority of the time I'll finish a book when I start it, or I'll just completely DNF it. But there are two that I can think of that I started that I do want to finish. The first one is Gideon the Ninth. I got like 75 pages into this and I was enjoying it, but it was just very like complex, and for some reason physically reading it just wasn't working for me, so I put it down and was waiting for it to be released on audio, and I just haven't tried again yet, but I will definitely do that because I think I'm really gonna love this. I really was enjoying it while I read it. This is a sci-fi kind of fantasy blend. The world has to do with like necromancy, and there was also an enemies to lovers female-female relationship in here. So I definitely do want to get to this. And then the other one is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. The amount of videos now where I have talked about this book is a lot. I don't know why I just haven't like fully read it yet. I read like 50 pages again when I had an arc and I was enjoying it, but I put it down because I wanted to read it closer to the release date, and then the release date came and I haven't finished it. I'm actually now a Libro FM like influencer. I don't really know much about Libro FM yet. It's kind of like comparable to Audible, except for the money that you pay goes to supporting independent bookstores. So I really like that aspect of it. Since I'm in like one of their influencers, I'm using air quotes because I don't really know what it means. I get free audiobooks every month, and one of the ones for November was Get a Life, Chloe Brown, so I will probably be listening to this very soon. And this is a romance about a girl who has a chronic illness, and she had a near-death experience. So now she has like a list of things that she really wants to do before she dies, and she enlists the help of this like really badass guy. Next question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I don't really have like one go-to autumnal book that I reach for every year because I don't reread things very often, but this year there were two books that I read, or one that I'm still currently reading, that were like really fall vibes type of books. The first one was The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. That one, to me, like fall/winter books are ones that are darker, and then spring and summer are lighter books. So The Beautiful was definitely kind of like a darker gothic historical fantasy. And then the other one, which I'm currently reading, is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This one is like the most fall vibes. Not only does it take place during fall, it takes place at Yale. For some reason, for me, like whenever I think of fall, I think of Ivy League colleges. It probably has to do with the fact that I grew up in Cambridge, Massachusetts. That's where Harvard is, and I just kind of associate fall with Harvard. So like it taking place at Yale just gives me the whole like college fall vibes. Those are the two that I kind of used to transition into the fall season. Although I guess is it winter now? Is November technically winter? I think I'm a little bit late to doing this tag, but that's just what you guys have come to expect from me, right? If I do anything at all, it's late. The next question is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? I have a bunch of books that I want to read before the end of the year. Most of them, though, I'm keeping a secret. But for 3 that I can share with you, one of them is Girls of Storm and Shadow, the sequel to Girls of Paper and Fire. I think I'm going to be reading that for the Winter Quest for the Bookie Trials, because part of the Winter Quest is to read as small a number of books as you can that fits the most challenges, and I'm pretty sure that Girls of Storm and Shadow fits all of the challenges. Another one I really want to read is Queen of the Conquered by Kacen Callender. This came out a couple weeks ago and I just really want to get to it. It's a Caribbean inspired fantasy. It's about this girl whose family was murdered by colonizers. I believe that she has a magical ability to like influence people's minds, so she sets out on a quest to get revenge on the people who killed her family. Actually, the cover for the sequel was recently revealed and it looks really good as well. And then another one I really want to read is called In an Unlikely Event by LJ Shen. This is her newest release. I believe it came out a couple days ago. I can't 100% remember what it was about because I read the synopsis a long time ago. I believe though it's about two people who meet in a foreign country or something and they have like a little whirlwind romance and then they go separate ways, but they agree that if one of them ever shows up or if their paths cross again, they'll like drop everything in their lives to hang out or whatever. I'm pretty sure. But I really like LJ Shen, so I'm excited for her newest release. Oh wait, I skipped a question. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? No. Honestly, like nothing comes out in December. December is such a quiet month for publishing, which personally I really like that because I get so stressed sometimes by all of the new releases and trying to keep up with them. I really like December because I feel like I can just chill and read whatever I want to read. I don't have to think about new releases. I don't have to think about arcs. I can just read anything. If I had filmed this video a couple days ago, I would say a new release that I was waiting for was Queen of Nothing by Holly Black, but it came out yesterday and I read that bad boy so fast and I really liked it. I gave it 4.5 stars. It wasn't perfect. I did have some issues, but overall, I loved it. And honestly, I read that series for Jude and Cardan, and I was served some good stuff in that book. Is there a book you think could shock you and become your favorite for the year? Yes. Honestly, this hasn't been the greatest reading year for me in terms of like the quality of books. It's weird because I would say that the average rating I've given books this year is probably 4 stars. I've enjoyed most of the books I've read. There's only like 3 or 4 books out of the almost 100 I've read this year that I gave 1 or 2 stars. So I really enjoyed overall most of what I've read, but there aren't many standouts. I feel like last year it was so hard to narrow down my favorites list. I read so many books that just became my all-time favorites. And this year, there's only a couple. I can think of maybe 5. So really anything that I read until the end of the year has potential to be some of my favorites. I think there's 2 books that I got recently that I feel like might have the most potential to become my favorites. I talked about them in my last book haul, but one of them is Fate of the Fallen by Kel Cade. This one is like Lord of the Rings if Frodo failed and Sam had to complete the quest. Sounds really cool. I'm actually currently reading it and I'm enjoying it. And then the other one that I think could become a favorite is The Library of the Unwritten. Someone in the comments actually said that it sounded like Supernatural, or it gave them like Supernatural vibes, and I was like, yes, that is why it sounds cool. It literally sounds like an episode of Supernatural or like Doctor Who. It's about this library in hell. Every unwritten story or unfinished story goes to this library. The main character is a librarian there, and a couple characters from one of the books escape the book to go on a quest to find the author, to get the author to finish the book, and so the librarian has to track down the characters and bring them back, and it sounds really cool and weird, and I'm excited for that. And then the last question is, have you already started making reading plans for 2020? I have a problem of planning way too far ahead, but yes, I do have reading plans. I have like a whole video reading series that I'm planning on doing that I'm very excited about. And Lainey and I are also planning the first 2020 Smut-a-thon. This isn't an announcement because we have only just started talking about it, but we're hoping to do one to like ring in the new year. Yeah, and there's a bunch of 2020 releases that I'm really excited about, which I will probably in December or early January be doing a video on some of my most anticipated 2020 releases. I think I'm gonna do like a specific romance 2020 releases because there's a lot of those, and then another one of just like everything else. So yeah, that was the end of year book tag. Let me know in the comments what is one book on your TBR that you most want to read before the end of the year. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! I saw this video once that was like, the way to get like a natural, like candid smile is to laugh, like do like a little laugh. Oh my god, like literally half of me taking thumbnails is just me like fake giggling to myself. Hi, you want to come up here? Oh, did you just drink my coffee? Did he just drink it, or am I imagining that? You're eyeing up my coffee like you just drank it. There's a Loki hair in here. Dude.